Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Doug from the second time around. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you like it. Hope you'll subscribe. Give me a comment, whether it's positive or negative, thumbs up, thumbs down. Always trying to improve on this channel. So this channel is, again, my journey through watch collecting. And I like to think I'm a very honest person. And I can be blunt at times. And I call out bullshit when I see it. And in one of my earlier videos, I kind of called out a company out of Los Angeles called Notice. They make great watches. You know, they're American watches with Japanese movements, but they're really well made, and design-wise, they're just good-looking watches. And I discovered they had a watch called the Flyboy. And in the Flyboy, I went ahead and ordered it online, and it's supposed to be a limited edition of 100. Well, a couple days after I ordered it, I read up on the description a little bit more and realized that what they had done is they made 100 watches originally for the Flyboy, and on the back case, it had the numbers 1 of 100, 2 of 100, whatever the number was. But what they did is the demand was so great on this watch from their customers that they decided that it would be okay to make the watch again. And they were saying it was not the same watch because the case back didn't have the limited edition number. And, excuse me? Because the case back didn't have numbers on it, it's not limited edition. They screwed over their customers. The first 100 people who bought those watches got completely screwed. And I called out Notice and interviewed them and called them out during the interview. And, they kept thinking that, oh, it's a different watch. Well, it's not. Some printing on the case back, it's not a different watch. And they said probably a mistake and they would never do it again. And I have another one of their watches. It's one of their sector watches, and it's the Maytech limited edition. And after I bought the one watch that I have, it had a silver bezel on it. And I realized they had a second one with a black bezel. Same watch. And they were calling that limited edition with the Maytech's name on it. So 2 different versions of the same watch, just different color bezels. So, I understand micro brands are trying to make their money. And I understand that there's companies out there that are doing homages and, replicas and ripping off people. But like one company out there is called Phobius. I believe it's a Chinese brand. And what they did is they went to whoever manufactured the dials for Strom, a Norwegian company, and basically took the exact same dial and flipped it. So left to right, right to left, and completely screwed over Strom. And it's their Kraken watches, their Kraken model. And just completely screwed over Strom. And I let Strom know because I've interviewed their owner. And I'm sure he contacted the manufacturer saying, what the hell? Because it's just not a manufactured copy. It's the same dial, just flipped left to right. Now, is Strom innocent in their dealings? Again, microbrands trying to make money. They had a red dial, their Fratello limited edition watch, and it was stainless steel. Well, they decided to redo all their watch line, and this time was with titanium. And they came out the exact same dial as the Fratello, but it's different because it has the case being titanium instead of stainless steel. Again, that's bullshit. Come out with some different colors. And I understand their whole thing is based on nature, and they wanted to cover the colors that they found on the Jan Mayen Island in the Arctic. But, you guys have done such a beautiful job with your watches, and then turn around and put your limited edition with just a different case. Well, I found out today it's just not the micro brands that are doing this. Doxa, well-known Swiss brand. They came out with this watch. It's their Sub T Pacific. It's not the Caribbean blue, it's the Pacific blue. And only 300 of these were made. Limited edition. Well, this morning I was just kind of cruising around the internet and discovered that they too had decided to come out with the same watch, but in titanium with a ceramic bezel. And a limited edition, making only 200 of them. I'm sorry, folks, in my humble, my personal opinion, just because you change the bezel material and the case material doesn't make it a different watch. You're screwing over your customers who have been loyal to you, who bought the limited edition because it was limited. I'm just so disappointed with Doxa. I have 3 of their watches. I like them. But will I ever buy Doxa again? Probably not. Again, it's bullshit that they're screwing over their customers. Guys, you could come out with so many different versions. But to redo a watch like that, quit screwing your customers over. So anyways, folks, not having a great day, as you can tell. But again, I like to be honest, and this is just my opinion. You may not share the same opinion, but it's just wrong to what these companies are doing. So anyways, just wanted to let you know what I found. Buyer beware. I just don't get it, folks. I hope you have a better day, a nice weekend. Please stay safe out there.